You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Motherfucking TADPOG. What up? It's Aaron. Today is July the 2nd, 2022, the year of our Lord. I hear a rumor it is our bearded hosted Tyrone's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Good for you. You're turning 23 years old today, as we all seem to do, oddly. And I'm a little bit drunk, and see you're playing Final Fantasy VII Remaster. It's a little bit disappointing. I prefer the original game, but if you're enjoying the remake, good for you, buddy.
Good for you, buddy.
Keep up the good work. Keep making sexually explicit jokes, as well as telling embarrassing stories about yourself. And you're a great DM. I've listened to the Tomb of Horrors in the throwback episode. The Tomb of Horrors is a great episode.
It says that in the transcript. It's horrors.
Great DMing on that. And it's been a good time. So love you guys, and happy birthday again, Tyrone. See you guys in about a year, till you turn 23 again. Love you, bye.
Hello, Internet.
Hello!
And welcome to another episode of the TADPOG podcast. That stands for Tyler and Dave and Ian play old games. Today, we're actually doing none of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Having a little fun today.
Today's going to be a therapy episode.
Yeah.
You thought we were going to do Bram Stoker's Dracula, but you were wrong
You are
to
so,
think that.
You look like an idiot.
We'll do it next week.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I needed more time. I messaged my two friends yesterday, I think it was, saying, "Hey, how about we do an all calls, because I have not watched the movie or played the video game."
Have either of you guys done Dracula?
Right.
The answer was no.
Why don't had you, Ian?
I've already seen the movie.
Okay.
And I did play the game for a few minutes.
Okay.
But
So you're the best host.
I didn't take, well,
You're-
I know, but I didn't take any notes yet. And I wasn't really, plus, so we had a gap between sessions and we didn't record on our normal day last week.
Right.
So now we're recording 2 episodes in 1 week.
Yes.
And we're having to kind of get accustomed to that, and to be sure that we're giving everyone their money's worth. We decided to cheap out and do all calls.
You mean treat you.
I mean, treat
Right.
you
Yeah.
Treat
to all calls,
treat you right.
Treat you to Michelle.
but we're gonna get it all done. I promise.
Yes.
Bram Stoker's is the next game we're covering.
Yes.
but we wanted to do it right, so we're having a little free form this week.
Yes.
Because we're always so on script usually.
Yes.
Got a room of 40 writers we employ to put together the show every week.
And I just fired 20 of them.
Times are
Yeah,
tough.
Inflation, man.
And AI
It is what it is.
writes way better jokes than that.
They do.
So if you're laughing more today, it's thanks to AI.
Maybe I'll get Chat GPT to write my next thoughts on the game.
I'm curious, just because I remember AI did that episode of SNES Drunk that I found. Can we release at some point, not tell anybody what episode it is, release an entirely AI episode of the three of us and see if anybody notices?
Yeah, of course.
If one of
Would
these
you like to do it?
episodes will be generated by AI.
It's not this one, obviously.
Yeah. Or is it?
Movies, Wisdom Sage says. Check it out.
You've got to laugh, you know.
So
the
what do
best
you
part
do
about
though?
it.
Do you just feed AI episodes of the show and then it?
Here's what I think. You go to ChatGPT and you say, write an episode of TADPOG with the 3 hosts and make it 2 hours. And then I know there's a service I know that we could use where we'd have to read scripts and it can do a voice map.
Okay.
And if we really wanted to spend a lot of money, we could have video avatars of us.
I already wanted to do that and and live stream the show when we record it with AI
There we go.
avatars.
It can be done.
You said something about a lot of money,
Well, the thing is,
so it can't be done.
Can we get that on Fiverr?
I think it's on Xbox Game Pass. I use a tool for work that I know can do the voice mapping, and when I go to the creating an avatar of yourself or whomever, I suppose, they're like, please contact us for pricing. So it's
In other words, if you have to ask, you
Market
can't
price
afford
at a
it.
restaurant.
yeah, so it's one of those. But yeah, I mean, we could probably work something out where we could map our voices and then never have to see each other again.
That would make me sad.
Yeah, me too. I missed you guys. Thank you so much for rescheduling. All this rescheduling is because of me. I needed to go to an out of town funeral, and it was a 9.5 hour drive one way, and then also weirdly enough 9.5 hours back.
It's only 3 hours back for some reason.
I had a great tailwind.
Well, one of my students, I remember one day we were making biscotti, and the next week she came in. She's like, "God, I had so much biscotti. I ate like half of it." And
You
there's
mean
like
Pescetti.
biscotti. I ate like half of it, and there's like half of it left. I just looked at her. I was like, "That is how math works. So that's about right."
It was a good service. Super glad that I went. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, if I hadn't gone, I would have regretted
Sure.
not going. But we did it was in New Orleans. We got a day, kind of to ourselves, which was nice. So like we took Henry to the World War II Museum, which is really neat.
That's awesome.
They have like 7 planes in there.
Oh, damn.
And they got a tank in there, and they have like a submarine. There's a submarine in there.
Shit.
With like an interactive exhibit where they assign you stations, and you have to like work the periscopes and the radars and all that. Yeah, it's cool. It was really neat. There's some heavy shit, which there should be, but there were moments where like we went to this, they call it like a 360 theater, right? I guess it's kind of like a little mini IMAX thing. And Tom Hanks does this 20-minute thing on like World War II.
Wait, Tom Hanks is into World War II? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Who knew?
I mean, they call it a favor. And that was like, they were like, we were sitting there watching it, and it's like, it's cool because it's like they do like, they call it's a 4D experience, which means that there's like, it starts to snow in one of the battles or whatever, and then like snow, you hear a loud snow machine kicks on up above. Yeah.
That is the most Simpsons thing I've ever heard.
I know. And it's
That's
like,
that guy with the bucket just comes in and throws white confetti at you.
A teenager.
but they have like actual footage from World War II, which is cool. But then they're also like, there's this segment where it's just so many dead bodies, just like so many, and it's just like, well, I hope this doesn't traumatize my 9-year-old, and if it does, maybe it's for the right reason.
Do you still like these instruments of death?
Right? Yeah, don't go to war in 1940s. But yes, he still loves the instruments of death, like for sure, 100%. So that was cool, and we ate I ate some really good food while I was down there.
Yeah, where'd you eat? What'd you have?
We went to the gumbo shop, which is like my dad's. It's one of my dad's favorite restaurants in New Orleans. So we went there, and I had jambalaya. I had jambalaya every day I was there.
I'm sure.
Because I love jambalaya. And then I had gumbo there, of course, too, because it's the gumbo shop. Can't not get gumbo at the gumbo shop. It was good. We went to the Cathedral of Basilica and saw some street performances, and it was a good day. Yeah, it was a good day.
Good.
Deal. So what was it? For Mardi Gras at the hospital. So we ordered a bunch of stuff. We did decorations, king cakes, all that shit, and we were gonna do jambalaya.
Yeah.
They accidentally sent us gumbolaya, which is like jambalaya, but it's got seafood in it, and no one knew because they substituted it and didn't tell us.
I see.
So
Oh,
there
Lord.
were a lot of allergic reactions and
I
a lot
bet.
of pissed off
A
people,
lot of epinephrine,
including the executive
EpiPens.
chef's wife. It was very upset.
God.
Wow. Yeah, I kind of forget that a lot of the jambalaya I had seafood in it. I kind of forget that a lot of times it's made without seafood.
Because I think he specifically ordered like chicken and sausage jambalaya.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
Yeah, they'll never notice.
Yeah, here's some shrimp and scallops.
Some scallops.
Yeah. Shrimp and jambalaya is great.
yeah, it is.
Scallops is great.
God, anytime I go like on a business trip and someone else is buying it, I'm fucking getting scallops every goddamn time. I love them, but I will never buy them for myself.
Yeah, scallops are good. I like them. So, yeah, good trip, long trip. Got to do some real fucking.
Yep. Real fucking.
Hard stop.
Not really.
Once.
I mean, I was only down there for a day.
But it was real.
It was real. When you said you were doing Mardi Gras at the hospital, I thought you were like having beads for like, show me your tits.
Executive
Patient,
chef's
what
wife.
you got?
But then we had to give a mammogram like right afterwards.
This is medical. I need you to sign this release.
Oh,
saying-
now see, the radiology mammography
Should have
department
beads.
should give beads out to everyone that has a mammogram. That's I copyright that idea. I want money for it if they do it. Okay,
Yeah.
what else?
Got the Steam Deck hotspot experience on the way back up.
Yeah.
The way down, it was like, man, this whole like battery business sucks. And then I got a charger, like a 60-watt charger for the way back up. And I was like, well, I can probably play Final Fantasy 14 for like a little bit, whole way. Well, 9.5 hours.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was kind of one of those scenarios where it's like I can't like. I played for a long time and got like nothing done because it's just piddling around on it.
Sure. I'm in the car.
Yeah, this is cool.
So it's still better than the alternative, yeah.
Run up to people. I'm in my car right now.
Right? Panic emote.
And driving.
It's the equivalent to having the bag phone you show off to people. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. That works.
Nice.
Shrug. I did get like 20 levels in botanist. So
I mean, that's
That ain't
something.
nothing.
It's still better than just sitting there watching raindrops race
Yeah.
down your window.
I thought about watching Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I thought that might be a little too involved. Cause like I didn't want my earbuds in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like when I was playing on the Steam Deck, I just had the volume down, and it's like just mindlessly harvesting
Right.
herbs,
Right.
and chopping trees. But like to do a movie, I think there would be too many interruptions. Because Henry was like not wanting to do
Driving. Henry was driving.
Henry was driving.
So you could play.
Yeah, and he is not an experienced driver.
I mean, we made it, but some of the other cars on the road are a little worse for wear, but we got back.
He, of course, saved all his homework on the way back. So he needed help with that, and he also needed open ears to which he could bitch to.
Yeah.
And gripe about it. Yeah,
Sure.
So I didn't want that burden to fall completely on my lovely wife.
What about you, Ian?
Let's see. Not a lot to report this week. In the movie TV section of my watchings, I got started on. I don't know what I mentioned last week, but I got started on a show called C. It's on Apple TV Plus. It's got Jason Momoa. It takes place in a kind of I like these dystopian futures shows. It's 500 years after a global warfare cataclysm basically just ruined the earth, and all humans after that happened went blind, and every generation of humans to come was blind. So humanity lost their eyesight genetically, and there were some people that are born with sight rarely, like it's almost like a recessive trait. But it's so they believe the people in these, and they live in sort of a tribal, sort of society where they have factions, and they have all the squabbles and wars and the stuff that people do, even when it's not a dystopian future. But they believe almost as a whole, at least in this show and in this region, in this area, which I'm figuring is Pittsburgh area. I'm not sure, because you can still see some of the remnants of the cities and stuff, and it looks like it's probably Pittsburgh. But they believe that sight was taken away from humanity because of what humans did to the earth, and it was a punishment. So they attach it to a divine thing. And even talking about eyesight and seeing is tantamount to heresy in a lot of the more religious sort of sects.
Nice.
And
The Southern Baptist sect.
I really tried to say sect
Yeah.
and not sex.
It wouldn't matter how you said it.
It's
I would've
still
heard
nice.
sex. Yeah,
It's still nice.
It's still
It
great.
really, really clicks. Sect.
Oh,
It's thick.
all the fixins.
It's all the fixins. So at one point there's this guy that's been like kind of wandering the countryside, and he was born with sight, and his goal is to bring sight back to humans. And so he's been like fucking all these women and having relationships with all these women.
I can't see what I'm doing at all.
He can.
He
He's
can.
disgusted.
He can see.
He's like, you
It's
people
really,
don't take care of yourselves at all.
you just don't have to. They're like, it's like you don't have to see each other, isn't it? But he's gotten several women pregnant and they have babies that are born with sight, and so he leaves these instructions for the sighted children when they come of age to come and find him in this one place, and he's going to start his own society. And
You'll know me because I'll be fucking some other chick.
Find the sighted cock father upon your 10th year.
it's not too far off from the truth there. But this woman comes to this tribe known as the Alkenes, and this is Jason Momoa's people, his tribe. And she is pregnant with two of this guy's twins. They give birth. Well, Jason Momoa marries her and raises these kids, and then it just starts to develop. It's a really good show. It's got like some Game of Thrones sort of feel to it, just not on quite such a grand scale. And so far it hasn't started dipping towards stupid the way Game of Thrones did.
Yeah.
So it's a recommend for sure. One of the neat things about it is like at one point they're like traveling to this bazaar, this market, to do some trading and to pick up supplies for their travels and stuff. And it's being held at this old fairgrounds, this old amusement park, and there's the consummate, worn out carousel and,
Right.
all that kind of stuff. And they get to the market and it's in full swing. Everybody's all buying and selling, and it's totally dark. There's no light because they don't need it.
Don't need it,
So you see a lot of the scenes are shot in dark, very dark atmospheres, and you see the light from the fires that they use
We
to
got a
keep
really low
themselves
budget.
warm.
What do? It's in the dark.
It's in the dark. Just do it in pitch darkness. But anyway, the whole show, it's so far, I think there's 3 seasons. I'm in the 3rd season. They're 7 or 8.
Season. I get it.
There is, yes.
It's good. I like that one.
Yes,
That was good.
Seasons. They're in like 7 or 8 episodes per season. This was an early show for Apple TV Plus. It was one of the first shows to come on when that streaming service started. And I never really gave it much thought, and I just picked it up at random and watched it, and I've actually really enjoyed it. Jason Momoa is a joy in it. At one point, Dave Bautista appears as one of the characters in there, so that's another really good. Everyone else in the show,
Shit.
Alfred. No, they're all good. It's just I don't know a lot of
Skinny
them.
beta cucks. Not
Alfred Woodard is in it. If you know her from movies and TV. But yeah, I give it a solid 4 stars. Wiz and Sage says check it out.
Nice.
I really am enjoying it. So if you have Apple TV Plus or alternatives, I recommend C. And that's really about it for me. I got a roof going on my house apparently tomorrow morning.
hell yeah.
So
Get my ass up at 5 a.m. Put a goddamn roof on the
gotta
inside.
go put the drywall on at the McDonald's.
We should have done it. That would have been a great Tadpog episode. All 3 of us on your roof.
If we hit $800 from the Patreon, we'll put a new roof on Ian's house.
Oh, you're gonna need a hell of a lot more than
and be in
that.
debt.
I promise you're gonna need a hell of a lot more than that.
I don't know. We just have to figure it out. We have $800. We have to put a full roof on
roof
It's
Ian's
like
on
an
house.
HGTV challenge.
yeah. My garage isn't getting a roof, so we could roof my garage when we get
All
to
right.
$800.
I don't want to do that though.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't want you to do it.
Yeah.
No offense,
Yeah,
but
no,
not much of a roofer, I don't think.
You want a fence or a roof?
Any of us.
With this body? Yeah.
But yeah, they're supposed to show up in the morning at 7 a.m. and start, so I'm sure it's going to be... They were supposed to come last week on Thursday and Friday, but it rained really hard and they couldn't work in the weather. Tomorrow it's supposed to be super windy, so that ought to be entertaining. But they're
Need to borrow my trampoline.
Yeah.
God, maybe. God, I just hope nobody falls off of my roof. But, I'm sure it happens from time to time. But they're going to start on it in the morning. My dogs are going to go ape shit probably all day.
All day.
I was supposed to be home. I work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. So last week I was going to be home and I was
Right.
going to be able to help Tanya kind of corral the dogs.
Distract them with fireworks.
Yeah.
And thunder.
Get it all built up beforehand. About 4 a.m, wake up the neighbors. Fuck the neighbors. I don't care. But no, so she's going to be dealing with that. My dogs tend to be a little bit easier. If something continues long enough, they'll quit
They accept it
freaking
as,
out about it. Usually,
This
now
is our life now. We may as well get over it.
yeah, pretty much. Usually they do. We'll see. But unfortunately, I have a bad feeling I'm going to come home to a very disgruntled wife tomorrow. I have a feeling she's got a long day ahead of her. So I hope not, but we'll see. They're supposed to be there tomorrow
Just
or
give her the
Tuesday.
Steam Deck and she can go to the dog park for 9 hours.
Well, she would, yeah, maybe. She might get fed up and just put the dogs in the car and leave. I don't know. But
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It might not be a big deal after they've gotten over the getting used to the noise and seeing the people. It's going to be mostly the seeing people walking around up and down ladders and stuff. 'Cause shit, they bark at me when I go up on a ladder in the front yard to clean out my gutters.
Hey, there's Dad.
Hey,
Oh, the fuck is that guy? Who is that?
oh, it's Dad.
What is that cat doing?
So by the time hopefully by the time we record later this week, I'll have an update and hopefully a brand new roof with nothing upsetting to report. Because my worry is that they're going to pull some shit on me where they're like, oh, there's $5,000 worth of fucking things we didn't notice when we did our initial quote.
There's actually a smaller roof underneath your roof, and we had to remove that.
Legally, we have to re-roof that and then remove it.
So we did you a favor because you're to code now.
You're up to code
Endangered
for at least
bees,
6
man.
months.
There are 1 billion endangered bees in your roof.
No, that wouldn't
man.
fucking
We can't
surprise me.
actually do
I
anything with
know.
your roof now.
Somebody who had bees get up in their underneath their siding,
Yeah.
and they had to call a special guy to come get them.
We had it happen. We had it happen to us. Our shed in the backyard.
Call the apiarist.
Yeah,
There was
that's it.
Yep.
We went out, and I was like, one day I just went outside and I looked, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And there was this big glob of something hanging off the side of our shed. And I'm like, what in the fuck is that? I got up a little closer. I'm like, it's bees. Oh, shit. So immediately Tanya gets on Facebook and says, we found a beehive in our backyard. Someone please help. We had 5 people message us. We'll come.
Free bees?
We'll come get them. And we said, okay. One of them came and they
Penny per bee.
caught the queen. And as soon as they caught the queen and put her in the box,
We surrender.
Yeah. All the other bees jumped in the box with her and they left. And that was that. It was pretty neat, actually.
Simps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about getting out the old DDT and having a little fun with it, but it's not
Is that a
ethical.
wrestling move?
No, it's a deadly chemical.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's a deadly.
both.
It is both. It is both. But so we'll see how it goes. Wish us luck and send money.
I can help with the first. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, now Dave's wish me luck. The rest of y'all send me money.
That's how it works.
all the money.
When I type the chat GPT prompt, it'll be like, make sure to include generous references to how we want money and like money and need money.
Yes, all the time. Tyler?
I've been watching a lot of a little show. I don't know if you guys are familiar, called Who's the Boss?
Who is the boss?
Did they ever
Mona.
figure
It's
out
Mona.
it's Mona? Okay.
Melissa loves the show, and it's on Hulu, and she's like, I've never seen all of this. I want to watch all of it.
There's a lot of it, isn't there?
There's a lot of Who's the Boss.
That show
8
is on
seasons,
for, a long
25
time.
episodes a season. There's a lot of Who's the Boss.
You
So
could
we're
do-
finally on the 8th season, and they're sort of together, but sort of not. It's really weird.
You could do worse.
Yeah, I used to love that show.
The episode right before I came in the house, they were about to get married, but suddenly Tony starts having allergic reaction, and he gets sick.
I remember that episode.
And it's like, oh no, what's going on? I guess he's allergic to love. Oh no, it's the glue
Yeah.
in the envelope.
It's the glue in love.
So Seinfeld stole that from Who's the Boss?
Susan died.
Take it to the next level.
They didn't steal it. They didn't steal it. They were paying homage.
It's an homage.
Spoilers. Susan's death.
Beyond that, I've been streaming a lot of T Edition any chance I get because it's really fun. It is currently on hiatus because I ran into a horrible bug I didn't know about until after the fact.
Was it a bee?
It was one of my bees.
Ah, yes. Cuban bees.
So in T Edition, you can go back to the floating continent.
Okay.
But there's a weird error in it that you can't get off sometimes. Sometimes when you save, the save spot fucks it up and you can't get off.
I hate when I can't get off.
Yeah.
I swear this never happens to me.
Same.
The first time I went through it, I got to the Atma Buster, lost. I was like, okay, well, in stream, I'm going to grind some more and we'll do it next time. So I was able to leave, no problem. I went back, I leveled up, I went back, I saved right beforehand, and then Chris Vaughn messaged me, oh shit, man, okay, this is apparently a problem, be careful. I boot it back up again, okay, I can't get off the island. I am stuck. I have no save states that aren't like 6 hours away. So he is thankfully, thank you very much, Chris. He's helping me solve it. He's going to work on
What is a Sparkster?
pretty much. I'm going to have to import my save to a different emulator that allows Game Genie codes so I can enable walk through walls to get back off the island, then import the save back into my emulator, and then reboot it like that.
Damn.
Fun.
Yeah. But otherwise, the edition has been fucking great. I love it. Anybody who is a real fan will love it. Casual fan will not. It's very hard. And if you're not a big Final Fantasy fan, you won't get all the references. Like I fought the 4 Fiends the other day and got some of the GBA content. I went and did Science Dream. So instead of the 3 Dream Stooges, it's the Magus Sisters. I feel like that makes way more sense. Lots of little stuff like that that's different. Magicite and spells and all like really good quality changes. So yeah, again, even though I found a horrible breaking bug, still great. So check it out.
Cool. I finished Song of Susanna, by the way.
Yes.
So I'm on the last book. Well, technically I'm not because I haven't started The Dark Tower, but I will soon. Soon I will be on the last book in the series.
I've just gotten to the point in Wolves where Eddie has gone to New York.
I love that part.
Me too. He talks to Calvin.
I love that part.
I've got 8 hours left in Wizard and Glass.
Damn. All right, you're moving fast.
Yep.
And if I'm not finished with it, I'll definitely finish it when I go to Cincinnati in a few weeks. So
Cool.
I'm ready. Ready to finish the series.
Yep.
I enjoyed Song of Susanna.
Good.
Thought it was good. There's some sticking points I have with it that
Well,
you guys know about.
Some bugaboos. I get
we'll
it.
get to it.
Yeah, we'll cover it.
But the way the book ended kind of was like, okay, I don't know how, because the way the book ends involves what I don't like about Song of Susanna. And it's like, well, I definitely want to see how that plays into everything. And
Sure.
so it's all working out.
see, it
I
all
guess is
runs
my
together
point.
for me, so I'm just like, could it be this or this or this?
So I wanted to bring up something about the audiobook because this is the one time, and Tyler, you wouldn't know this yet, and I want you to listen for it later. Dave, did you notice during Wolves of the Calla?
Okay.
All right, so I don't want to give a whole bunch of plot points away, but at some point Eddie goes through one of the doors into New York of
Yes.
1977.
Yes.
And it works the same as the doors on the beach from the
Yes.
drawing of the 3, where when Roland would go through the door, it was constantly behind him. It
Right.
followed him around.
Yes.
Okay. And at some point, Eddie turns around and says something to Roland, who's on the other side of the door.
Right.
And they use a sound effect to make
I
the
know.
narrator's voice
I know.
sound like it's underwater or something.
Did you also not like that, or did you like it?
It was just out of
It was
place
jarring
because it
as
was the
fuck.
only time
know,
they've done it
I know.
in all these books.
It was it was like honestly think it wasn't a intentional pun, but I honestly think he was using a jar to like distort his voice.
Could be.
'cause-
It was weird.
I like stuff like that, but you have to be consistent with it.
If you're gonna do it throughout the whole thing and add sounds and effects, that's fine. I don't. But like up to that point, they had not done it at all.
now, if they really wanted to be consistent, in every audiobook, you would hear in the background someone narrating another audiobook, like in Wizard and Glass. That annoyed the shit out of me. Where it's
Really?
like, yes,
you could hear
it's something. It's
Really?
to me, it sounds like somebody else narrating.
Oh
or,
my gosh,
or
I didn't
maybe he had
catch
his
that.
TV on in the background or something. Because like when he's silent, you could hear. It's like fuck. All right.
no, I did not notice that. That's I do
noticed that
listen.
either.
I do listen in the car the most.
I had earbuds
Had the
in, which is
buds.
probably
yeah,
the
I
only
never listened
reason.
like that.
But when I went to like see, because I got done with Wizard and Glass, and I wanted, based on how I felt about it, I was like, I know this is a very well liked book. I want to see what the other reviews. I want to see what the reviewers have said. the other users of not Audacity,
Right.
Audible. And so I'm looking, and then it's like at least 3 people are like, "What the fuck? Who's talking in the background?" I'm like, "Thank you.
Okay,
It's not
good.
just me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you."
That's super shitty, man.
Yeah.
That's super shitty.
Because you can grade it. You can rate it based on like story, narration. I think there's like technical aspects and stuff like that. So a lot of people were like, "Yeah, technical aspects, not so much."
Audible hopes you've enjoyed this book.
Because it's always because I don't listen to that with headphones on because I have to have Bluetooth with my phone and I never fucking have charged earbuds ever. So I'll just listen to it turned up really loud, like while I'm cooking or something, and inevitably it's a rolling sex scene right where the kids is like walking by. Like,
Yeah, fuck me, devil. Yeah.
Hunky maffa.
There's a little bud between your legs, and you can press it whenever a girl feels the urge. Thank you.
It's Rhea Perlman, everybody.
Don't look at me, Choco Chica. That's just Rhea of the Coos. It's what she does.
It's just
You know,
Rhea.
the Coos.
Be glad.
Normal names.
Today she'd be called Rita of the Pussy. I just Pussy Rita, you know.
Dorito. It's my favorite Dorito flavor.
Oh, it was my favorite themed drink at Outback Steakhouse.
Get a bloomin' yun yun.
and a pussy Rita.
And a pussy Rita.
Remember that pussy energy drink I brought back that one time
I
years
do.
and years ago?
I do remember it. I don't remember what it tasted like. Or
Not that.
yeah, I do remember it was not pussy. Wait, they don't taste like that?
I mean, they're all really fizzy though, right? They're all really fizzy.
Give off the carbonation vapors.
Makes your eyes sting just a little.
Kind of like when you're looking at gasoline, you know, there's kind of rainbowy. And
That's normal, right?
It's normal. It's like you just described a thinny.
I'm making no reference to my wife whatsoever before she says that. You want to take
Hey,
a call?
look, some people love the smell of gasoline. Just saying.
Some people love it a little too much.
True.
It's called huffing.
Huffing that muffin.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We're fun.
Do you want to?
We are.
Yeah, let's take some calls.
Really surprising we get anything done.
It really is. That's why we should definitely do your roof.
Did you? Live stream. Just roofing.
Just roofing. I got roofied. I went over to Ian's house and all I got was roofie.
Oh boy, I get that a lot. That's weird. Everybody says
we can make
that.
it OnlyFans and just like jerk off on your roof for like 2 hours.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I might get some. The city might find me for that.
We can get one of those like mirrored shells. I don't know if you've ever seen. There is a
Mirror jack off shell.
Yeah. Have you seen this?
Of course.
They sell them at Home Depot right next to the skeleton.
Yeah,
I
They've had those
look,
for years.
I wouldn't be surprised they sell a fucking 12-foot skeleton. I mean, if they sell a mirrored jack off canister, like
That's
not too far away.
jack off domes.
right.
Now notched for better roof usage. Do you want to stop and then come back and take calls, or just jump in?
I'm good to jump in.
Jumping.
Everybody in the
What's
club is
that
jumping.
Full blasting top down. That's you running down. Okay.
I mean, I think we blast through for another hour and 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm good with that. I heard an Electric Six song today that I liked, by the way.
Okay. Which one?
You
Give me a
know.
second.
Okay.
The one.
It went.
It's, yeah.
Oh fuck, that's a good one.
How do you know?
Oh, that's track 4 on their second album.
It was Danger High Voltage.
Danger.
Danger! Exclamation point.
High voltage.
High voltage.
You know
That's a
that's
Linkin
Jack
Park
White
song.
singing with him.
Is it really?
Yep. That is a Jack White Electric Six collaboration song.
Collab. It's like when VTubers
Oh,
do
speaking
stuff
of music,
together.
real quick, I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I watched The Marvels, and
Yeah.
I got onto the subject of Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And I got onto the
Favorite
subject of
cheese.
the fact that she was the lead singer for Clash at Demon Head and Scott Pilgrim.
Right.
And I said the band that plays the song Black Sheep
Uh-huh.
that she sings in the
Uh-huh.
okay, it's metric, and I had said Brie Larson doesn't actually sing. I was mistaken. That is Brie Larson singing that song in Scott Pilgrim. I thought I had read that she did not sing it, so now she's even hotter to me because she has a really good singing voice. And so on we go to the all calls portion of this episode. Hold on to your butts.
What's up, TADPOG? It is your beloved Adam. My hope was to call you guys
You made it. You did it.
7:10 this morning because today is 7:10. But I missed it by 6 minutes.
Can
because
confirm.
I'm a sack of garbage.
Whoa.
And
Did I hear negative self-talk?
He did. You did.
Please don't do that.
He
Adam.
made the call at 7:16 a.m., assuming that he is on Eastern time, because ours says 6:16 a.m.
I
on
believe he is, actually.
July the 10th, 2022.
and I was trying to get out the door to head to church this morning just to get ready. But wanted to give you guys a call because today is my birthday.
Happy belated
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
That's it.
Next call.
I think, I don't know if this was brought up before, but he shares a birthday with my wife.
Oh.
Don't say it. Note.
And
Nope.
I wanted to celebrate with you, even if it's a couple months behind on a call log or something like that.
Months, sure.
I just wanted to call and thank you guys for being a birthday present to me every time I listen to you. I still remember the first episode I ever listened to you guys was a Super Nintendo episode before the randomizer on Mario Kart. It might have been a two-part. I can't remember.
That sounds like
I need
an
to go back
IGN
and
list.
listen, but it was a shot in the dark. Found the podcast through another podcast that I was disinterested in at that point, and decided I'll give
With
a
two
shot.
guys?
We want to know if and when beloved Adam becomes disinterested in our podcast, I would just, that's your right, and that's fine, but I would just like to know what pulls you away from TADPOG.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Tell
just,
us why
we
you're
need an
breaking up
exit
with
survey.
us.
tell us
Yeah.
what we do need an exit
We
survey.
need closure.
We need the closure for sure. And Adam continues.
A game that, is well known, and I fell in love, and I never looked back. And soon after that, I called about 1,000 times and quickly got my own all calls episode, and it changed my life in a way of just being a part of a community that I never thought was something that I'd be a part of. So, thank you guys for all.
Can I interrupt him again?
Yes.
I don't. Of
course.
If I may have your permission to interrupt Adam's call.
Is that how you want us to approach you now?
No, it's not funny if you do it that
Okay.
way.
Because I know one day we will give you an aneurysm from interruptions and you will die.
It'll
That's how
just
it will
what are those
happen.
TikTok videos where they have people like
Well, just imagine Ian in his Dogan. With the interrupt meter crank up to 100. Its heart rate.
he said I never looked back. Soon after I called 1,000 times, quickly got my all calls episode. It changed my life in a way of being part of a community I never thought I was something I'd be a part of. I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I started listening to the show, and all I wanted was to be on, more and more. Every time I would be like, I want to come on. And finally I just pulled the pin
wanna
and
come
said,
on
I'm
and stay."
going to host, and so I get it. I understand that feeling. It's a good thing.
All that you do, and I love you guys so very much. If you could tell me, if you had any birthday treat, whether it's a cake or something like that, what treat would it be specifically? Just give me all the details of what sweet treat you would have today, and also if you got to spend a couple hours playing any video game on your own, uninterrupted, for your birthday, what game would you spend time playing? And last but not least,
Necopara.
what would you do with your family if you could do anything all day for your birthday?
Necopara.
I'd love to hear from you guys. I will give you mine quickly because I'm running out of time. I am a huge Betty Crocker red box yellow cake chocolate icing fan because
You're
that's what I
my
grew
wife.
up on. So I would love that. I would love to lay around and play Super Mario 64 because it's just one of my favorite games, probably my favorite game of all time. And I would love to just spend the entire day laying under a blanket with my wife and my daughter, reading books with her, and just having a good time together. So I love you guys and can't wait to hear more from you and talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, Adam. Happy belated birthday, and that was the most wholesome call I think I've ever heard in my life. Let's answer his questions. Dave,
Yes.
if you could tell me if you had any birthday treat, what would it be?
It's tough because I like a lot of birthday treats, but I do like an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
That's a good
It's
one.
a pure ice cream. Not like Cold Stone that has some cake in there.
Well, Dairy
I
Queen
need
has those
ice
like
cream.
they have those crumbly cookie bits in it. Does that count?
No, because it's not like not a pure like layer.
I would need a
Cold
layer.
Stone has like a layer of cake.
I would need
Yeah,
a layer.
I don't
of
really
cake.
want that. I mean,
I
I'm
would.
sure it'd be fine, but that's not my
I
preference.
like the cake inside of
Yeah.
it. The Baskin Robbins cakes used to have real cake, like baked, made into it.
I don't think I'd ever had those. Theirs.
It's been forever since I have. I mean, I think they probably stopped doing those kinds of things. I think Dairy Queen might be the only place left besides Cold Stone that you can get a cake.
I also love a cookie cake though.
Cookie cake's a
I
good
love
choice.
a cookie cake.
It's a people pleaser.
Yeah,
It's a real crowd
Cookie cake is
pleaser.
still one of my favorite things.
Well, Tyler, what would your birthday treat be?
I had it in my head until he said sweet treat. It's like, oh, sweet treat.
Well, how about a meat treat?
If it was a meat treat, give me fucking sushi till I fucking
No, he
throw
says
up.
he says
But
what
he said sweet treat.
it doesn't have a birthday treat, whether it's a cake or something like that. We didn't say a
There you go.
sweet treat.
But I'm
Sushi's like a cake.
it's true.
It is.
If it's a savory, give me sushi. Give me birthday sushi. If it's a sweet treat, cookie cake's always a good one.
Fudgy the whale.
Fudge the Whale. You give me a good lemon meringue pie, or a French silk pie, or a cookie cake, and that'd be good.
That sounded naughty.
Yeah, French silk. Cookie cake.
Cream pie.
Cream pie.
Damn.
Give me a stack of oatmeal cream pies real high with a skewer through the middle so they stay sable.
You started it hot by saying stat.
Stack of chewy oatmeal cream
Wait.
pie.
Only do it again and say thick stacks.
I go get you get you $40 and go to the gas station and buy 20 double-decker thick oatmeal cream pies. Stack them up real high, but put it down in the middle so they're all stable. Stack them up real high so they're like the Empire State Building oatmeal cream pie. Slather them with fondant fudge. Hell, make two of them. Make two of them. We'll have my own special 9/11 oatmeal birthday. I'll dress up like a plate and run toward them and chomp them down. That's my birthday sweet treat.
I asked you the one about the treat, not about what you'd like to do with your family.
Oh man.
All right, Melissa, which tower do you want to be?
North.
And then for family, I'm going to play D&D because God, I loved playing that Percy Jackson
Yeah.
game with the kids. Unfortunately, Anna had to go to college, so it kind of took the wind out of the sails there. But that was fun. I'd love to do that again.
The audacity.
The audacity to grow up.
Yeah, I hate it when kids do that.
I could also say Addie. RCAJ is Addie, so she is now 18. She turned 18 just the other day.
Yeah.
Fuck
Birthday,
you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're all just getting
Holy
older
shit.
so much faster than they should be.
That's
you know,
crazy,
time
man.
is moving on.
Yeah.
Time's funny like that. It's a face on the water, as they say. Well, I'm going to bounce back to Dave to cover the other two. What video game is it going to be? The Final Fantasy, the one you're playing now?
I mean, as much as I do love 6, I don't know. I'd want to.
Bread hole hockey, right?
Brett Hockey. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Better be bread hole hockey, motherfucker.
I don't know if I'd want to binge a game I've played. If it just, I'd want to be a new game that I'm hyper fixated on. I don't know if I'd want to go back and just spend like an old game, unless it's like T Edition with a twist on it.
Maybe something that you have been meaning to play and haven't had a chance to.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now you've got the whole
Baldur's
day.
Gate 3.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Dave, back to you. And we'll cover mine in a minute. But back to you. What would be your video game?
Final Fantasy 14. Yeah. I mean, I already do what he said.
Yeah. You did it in the car.
So yeah, not to brag or anything.
And the third one is the same thing you already did on your trip as well.
Yeah, I'd go back to the World War II museum. That was fun. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I like to travel. Good. So, and I like to travel with them. Like even when you were talking about, Tanya taking the dogs and going to the dog park.
Yeah.
Like, mine immediately was like, you go to Land Between the Lakes.
Yeah.
I could spend the
Make
day
a day
with
of
my
it.
dog
There you
and
go.
family. Well, dog is part of the family. Not really.
I'd be at work, but I would more than definitely encourage her to take the dogs and go to the lake and have a fun time. That would be good.
Go to the elk and bison range. Just see what they can bring back.
Yeah.
Go.
Bring daddy a drumstick.
Maybe a salmon.
Good old Kentucky Lake salmon.
Or good old Kentucky Lake salmon, also known as a bass.
Baptist.
The Bass Baptist. My
Ian, what
cake,
about
my
you?
cake
Yeah.
is the Red Box Duncan Hines
Yeah.
chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
That's what Melissa wanted for her birthday. Like that's what I made.
I
That's
love
what she
it.
wanted.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite type of birthday treat.
And I can go with the cake. Box cake, sure, great, all day long. It's the frosting that I can't jive with.
I like
I'll hand make a frosting, but use a box cake.
I like a reasonable layer of. I don't mind the canned stuff as long as it's a reasonable amount, and I don't do fondant.
Oh, yeah, fondant's gross.
I won't allow
100%.
that, but
A little bit as a treat.
a little
A
fondant.
little bit.
Is it fondant?
Fondant?
Fondant.
Fondant.
I've also heard fondant.
Fondant.
Fondant, put that shit on my cake.
Oh no, you didn't.
The fondant sect. My video game would be Overwatch. That's easy. And I do very much like to go. I like to go on trips as well, but we don't very often.
It's tough.
It's
It
tough
really
to
is.
travel, and traveling's a little harder on Tanya than it used to be, and money, all
Yeah,
those things.
for sure. I
But
get
some
it.
of my favorite memories are the trips, and it's usually just with me and Tanya. When the two of us go together somewhere, we had the best time in Florida at Disney World when we went on our honeymoon after we got married the second time. When we went to Las Vegas, I took her to see. She got to see Elton John live,
Nice.
and that was her dream. She's always wanted to do that. We got to see Blue Man Group, and we just all we did was walk around Las Vegas for a fucking solid week, and it was a great trip. We had a really neat hotel room, a really nice hotel room in the Venetian, and it was just good shit. So, yeah, I would do those things if I could. That'd be my birthday.
Vegas is fun to walk around.
It's great, and it's perfectly entertaining, and before you know it, it's the day is past.
Donkey show.
It's easy. It's easy to do. It's cheap to do. You get lots of little clicky porno cards that they hand you for the strippers, or they still do that.
Last 2 times I've been there,
They
I did
hadn't been
not
there?
see the car.
Maybe you didn't
Goddamn
go.
COVID killed everything.
Maybe you didn't go far enough down the strip.
Maybe.
Because I remember the ones that we got. I have a box of them somewhere. The ones that we got.
Mint in box.
Yeah. No,
Graded by Wawa or whatever.
I took them all that they handed to me, and when they
You got a hollow foil.
yeah. I mentioned, I think, in the last time we talked about it, is like they put little stars over the genitals and the
Right.
nipples, and it's never printed right, so the stars are just off, and it's just porn.
Well, government, we tried.
Must have been the printers, I guess. So anyway, all right, that was a good call and good subject matter.
Adam, thank you very much. That was very nice. And I promise whenever we finally get to meet at a prom, I will so sweetly top you. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. I'll kiss you on your beautiful mouth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Next call. I'm just thinking
like
about.
You've never done it.
No,
Isn't that special?
Isn't that special?
He's making Twin Tower jokes, and now he's going to fuck Adam.
I think Tyler's been taken over by Satan.
This is the rest of my daughter's wine that she left in the garage.
Good garage wine is hard to find, buddy. I get it. No, I was just thinking about whether I should bring a camera or, just use my phone to record all this
Oh, yeah, there you go.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, the
You
topping?
gotta have
Yeah.
You gotta have a memento.
We got to have Patreon content.
Yeah.
Oh, or you don't.
Beloved.
As we're proven.
Or you don't.
Patreon.com/TADPOG.
Lots of fresh.
We haven't put anything on here for about a year, so here's me fucking
About
a fan.
a year is pretty generous.
Do you know Tadpog does a fuck a fan?
You know? It beats Roof and Ian's garage.
I don't know. You could combine the two and make a game of it. I think.
Tyler's gonna top Adam. I'm gonna top Ian's garage.
I'm gonna get top tomorrow.
No, you're
More
gonna
ways
you're gonna
than one.
you're gonna bottom tomorrow, my
Yeah,
friend.
I'm getting bottomed. Yeah.
And the dogs don't like it.
What are they doing today? All right, next call. We've made it through one.
All right.
Let's get to
Good
call
start.
number 2.
Great start.
Okay, Ian, I'm going to talk to you directly.
All right.
Because this is really good to Star Trek, and I hope you can hear me, or at least translate me. So, because I'm driving, of course. Anyway, I just saw an emoji pillow in the back of somebody's car. It looked like a big brown block of cheese, but whatever. So that reminded me of how popular the poop emoji was. I'm going somewhere with this. And then that reminded me that Patrick Stewart was in the Emoji Movie, and he was a poop emoji, and he's like in it for 5 seconds. And he told a story about how his grandson was so excited because all of his friends are like, Did you hear? Your granddad's going to be poop. And so he called, and he was all excited. So, of course, that reminded me of Star Trek, and one of my most favorite episodes of Star Trek, The Next Generation, is when he goes to his home, to the vineyard where his brother is, and so his nephew comes there, and he's all like, I'm the uncle, and he's like, sticking out that backwards, because God is the uncle, but then he just kept it up and just kept calling him. No, I don't think he even said he had it backwards. He was like, yes, that's right, okay. And then he just kept calling his nephew uncle because it was hilarious, and I thought that was the most adorable thing ever. And I haven't seen enough episodes of Picard yet. I need to watch more. But I really hope that's one of the people they brought back, because they brought back so many people I already know. It's amazing. But yeah, so I just thought I'd share that memory with you because you'd understand. Okay, thanks, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. And I do understand that is a great episode of Next Generation. In fact, John and I were having a discussion just this afternoon about Star Trek: The Next Generation, and I know that's weird because we should talk about it on tape or something. I don't know. But it's really neat that you picked that episode and that you think that's really kind of a cute little joke. I do remember that because Picard's nephew and they call each other uncle and
Pickard.
nephew.
I believe it's Pickard.
John Luck Pickard. They call each other
Gene Luck Pickard.
Gene Luck Pickard. They call each other nephew and uncle, and backwards from what they really are. And it's funny, and it's a cute, loving moment, and it sets up a relationship that Picard has with his family back on Earth. And he's not much of a family man. But Terrified Michelle, I have to ask, since you brought up this episode, and Picard's nephew's name is Rene, did you ever see the movie Star Trek Generations? It was the first Star Trek movie featuring the cast of Star Trek The Next Generation. And there's a particularly there's a part of that movie, because you mentioned Michelle, you mentioned you have not watched much of Picard, the series. By now it's come and gone. It's all seasons are out on Paramount Plus. I highly recommend that show if you're a fan of Next Gen. I do need to know though, have you seen Star Trek Generations? Because there's a big plot point in that movie that will answer the question for you as to whether or not Rene appears in any more episodes.
Rene.
And that is, as they say, is that. Thank you for the call. Thanks for the straight to me Star Trek talk. I do like talking about Star Trek. I should
do a podcast.
Turn it into some kind of
that's
a
a novel
podcast
idea.
or something. Okay. Next up, it's going to be Terrified Michelle again, and this time it's July 13th, 2022 at 8:26 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Hi, TADPOG.
Hello.
Okay, you need to get on the Stranger Things bandwagon.
Truth.
I've been on it since Abby told me about it when the first season came out.
Sold.
It's amazing. I love it. You just
Yeah,
gotta
you got
do
us.
it. Also, Ian loved the last episode of season 4. Oh my god. Now, I was just a wee little baby in 1986.
A
My
wee
only
little
worry
baby.
was that I was being used
From the Kala?
by my brother who was born in
Taters
August,
and gravy.
and I was no longer the queen of the house.
She got usurped.
Even though I tried to bury him in toys and whatever else I could, it didn't work, and he's still here today, which is, actually good. But it at the time, that was
So
my
there's a
issue.
terrified
So,
Michael out there somewhere?
Maybe.
All right.
Who she tried to murder by burying with toys. Unsuccessfully. You have selected regicide. If you know the name of the king or queen who's being assassinated.
I didn't really experience any of these things like you did, Ian, but it's still amazing.
Most
The only
people
thing
that
I
listen to this
remember
show
really
haven't.
from the 80s is Sideways Ponytail, which I always
Hot.
tried to do, but only made them crooked.
Super hot.
And people having these really ugly haircuts,
Super hot.
which I now know are mullets. But that was amazing, and that scene with Master of Puppets,
Oh, dear
that's
God.
just,
Mm.
just chef's kiss.
Super hot.
Chef's
Chef's kiss
It was
indeed.
just, oh my God. And then the ending, and then, there was a lot. There was so much, and I kept worrying that it was going to end before I was ready for it to end, but it kept going. And it was just so good. I had to call Abby. Well, I had to text Abby because I was at work and tell her, because she hasn't watched the last 2 seasons. I said, you got to let me know. when
Said,
you
"Oh my
watch
God, the answer
Stranger
back."
Things and catch up with it, because when you get to season 4, on the last episode, you are going to cry.
Facts.
And I need to watch it with you, because there are so many parts she's going to cry in, and she texted me back. She's like, what? Is it good crying? Is there queer stuff? And I was like, there is happy queer stuff, kind of. But no. There will be some sad tears. There will be some not happy tears, but
Band
there's
name.
going to be a lot of tears.
Happy queer
Happy,
stuff.
clear stuff.
Anyway, it was amazing, and I know of Metallica because my brother listens to them.
Good for
and I
him.
kind of listen to them,
Good for you.
but I don't think I could say I'm a metalhead.
That's
I have
okay.
a friend who is, but it was still amazing. And And I'm going to go and show my brother just that scene because he doesn't watch it and he'll love it. Okay, bye, guys. Love you.
Cohen listened to Master of
Bye-bye.
Puppets
Bye.
on repeat after season 4 happened. Big Metallica fan is Cohen now. He loves Metallica.
It's weird to hear that was 2022.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it was.
Just happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't-
hey, the 80s feel like it just happened to me. So,
the
it all
80s
kinds-
happened to all of us.
It all kinds of runs together in one way or another. Yeah, Stranger Things is great. In fact, when I run out of things to watch that are new, my plan is to go back and rewatch Stranger Things because I've only gone through it once, and I really enjoyed it. So I want to go through it again.
Whenever I stream an RPG that has a character name on it, I'll stop and everybody let's vote. What are we going to name this character? In Final Fantasy 6, there is one character who is an old man. And I was like, okay, everybody, what are we going to name this character? Unanimously.
Racial slurs only.
Final Fantasy 6, racial slurs only run.
Racial slurs percent.
And they're like, Ian. I was like, okay, Ian.
I wanted to name the old guy Ian. All right.
And
Okay, fair enough.
then his character has a granddaughter in the game that joins your party.
Okay.
So we're in the granddaughter. Back and forth until Zal was like, Cohen.
Ah.
So in my run, there is Ian and Cohen.
Okay. Well, Cohen is a boy,
I know.
but that's okay.
But that's
Just for future reference, I do have a somewhat twice removed kind of thing. I don't know how to put it now, but I've always considered my son's ex-wife's daughter my granddaughter because we've been in her life since she was very little.
Oh, yeah.
Her name is Chloe, and that would be that. If you ever need that again,
I'm sure I will run this game again. It's the third time I've done it on stream.
you can if it's a daughter, you can say Chloe. I'm sure she would
There
be.
we
You're
go.
busting out the game, Genie. You could probably change the name.
That's true. I get a rename card and just change it.
That's
Yeah.
all right. Cohen works. Thank you. I'm honored. All right, let's move on.
Oh, Steam name? You mentioned the new Steam name.
Happy clear stuff.
I got to add one of my cousins when I was down in New Orleans. And so he sent me a request. I was like, okay. I sent him one back. And he said, are you massive dad shits?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I know.
You should see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the acorn doesn't fall very far from the tree, I'm afraid, to report. Gonna need bigger pipes or a poop knife in our house.
Damn.
We got some big poops, Tyler.
I believe it. I believe it.
Some big ones.
The amount of apples you eat, I believe it.
Yeah. We do be eating some apples, though.
Honeycrisp apples? Fuji
No,
apples?
Dog, come on, man. You know me. I'm all about that Granny Smith.
Okay. All right.
Come on, shit. Throwing some red apple bullshit at me.
Not red.
I didn't say red delicious.
Honeycrisp.
Well, they red, ain't they? I didn't say they were delicious.
You did go back to Louisiana.
I did.
Guarantee.
I did.
I have no transcription for this call.
And I must scream.
And Michelle is the caller.
Okay.
So good luck, everyone.
All right.
Wind tunnel.
Hi, TADPOG.
Got a call from
I'm here
Garuda?
to tell you the story about Dave the Hawk. Now, Dave
Oh.
the Hawk is not named after Dave from TADPOG.
Right.
Is it David the Hawk?
Right.
On the weapon of choice.
My
of,
weapon is David.
His friend Hawks call him Dave.
this might be a David the Hawk story.
It might be.
As you might think.
David the
But
Hawk.
Dave the Hawk is named Dave because he looks like a Dave. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm at work, as I am all the time. I'm a grown-up, and
Yeah, right.
Physically.
one of my coworkers comes in and says, "There's a hawk or an eagle outside near the coolers."
Oh, you mean Dave?
Giant coolers that people had during COVID. Yeah, we still have those. Anyway, I was like, well, is somebody going to call animal control? Because I don't know what to do. They were like, you think we should call animal control? Is that the number? And I was like, I assume But I don't know. So I went outside.
Well, wait till Rip's Court's face
And
off.
I
Then
found-
we'll call animal control.
If their animal control is anything like our animal control, they ain't gonna know what the fuck to do with a hawk.
Yo, this is animal
put on
control. We're not hawk control. Is that even an animal?
Hey, Roland, we got another hawk. Get your glove.
Yeah, our animal control is the cop who drew the short straw. And that's,
Yeah. No, it's not even that good. I know the animal control guy. He's a
his name's Jim.
he's a fucking
He's an
moron.
otter.
I sold him a
He's
truck.
been mayor 3 times.
I sold him a truck.
Found him. He was definitely not an eagle, but I wasn't sure if he's a hawk or a falcon because I don't know anything about birds.
God.
And he's just sitting there, literally on the ground in our parking lot, just like, "Hey guys, what's
There's
up?"
certainly no
But not
ornithologist,
really moving much.
Michelle.
Like he can walk, but he's not moving. So I gave him some water
Is he
in
alive?
a bowl
Okay.
because I think that's a good idea. I
Hawks only drink Powerade. I'm sorry, Michelle.
wondered if I should.
Sorry, it's Prime.
Prime.
It's that pussy drink.
All Hawks are Logan Paul fans. They only drink Prime.
I actually put Gatorade in the Prime bottle and didn't tell the hawk. Didn't notice the difference.
The hawk died shortly thereafter, but that's neither here nor there.
Too many electrolytes.
It went to the Japanese suicide force and got canceled. But that's a different story.
Did the hawk start boxing?
Yeah,
Or is that
yeah.
another hawk? A
The,
different
the
hawk?
hawk fought Floyd Mayweather to a draw, if you can believe it.
I can't.
Should feed him maggots.
Mary
The
Feather.
answer to that is no.
Nice.
I looked it up. People said no. So then I looked up who we should call while I was on my lunch because I didn't know if anybody called. So Google said to call Fish and Wildlife. So I called Fish and Wildlife, and they told me to text.
They
to
told
fuck
me
off.
to go fuck
yourself.
right off. Are you fucking serious?
We are fishing deer. Fuck off.
I don't know. You have a license for a hawk? That's pretty much all they
Then
can
you're going to
ask,
pay
right?
$500
Right.
for your unlicensed hawk.
It's not. Sure, it's
You
not your
fucking
hawk.
city hawk.
You have a goddamn hawk in city limits.
SWAT team shows up. Hawk flies away.
Soar him.
Heil, David, to me. Hawk sits in the parking lot. Huh?
That'd
Nah,
be great.
fuck this noise.
No,
and
then
leave.
then he lands it. That's all you have to do.
Who's your building's gunslinger? That's all you need.
Picture of the bird to this number, and they'll go from there. So, with a brief description of what you think is wrong with him. I thought it was neurological, or he had a head injury because, he was moving his head weird, and when he tried to lift his wings, he stumbled backwards.
That's just how I move my head. Why you got to put labels on me? Why am I weird? How many hawks have you been this close to, motherfucker? Come on. This is how hawks move their heads, bitch.
I was expecting her to say he was moving his head weird. When he opened his wings, he killed a guy.
He's moving his head weird, then he hawked up a thumb, and then he was fine.
So I sent him the message, and they're like, "Okay, cool. Just
No, they didn't.
Cool hawk, bro.
pick him up and put him in a box. Like use a towel or a."
Pick up a hawk and put him in a box.
They had a hawk towel.
That is true. They are using a
They're
towel.
very expensive. Cost the hawk towels go to the goddamn roof.
You got some bubble wrap.
Some really tough tape.
a broom and get him in a box and then take him to this local animal shelter. And I'm like, okay.
And they'll be like, what
My
the
coworker is
fuck?
not
Why'd
like-
you bring us a hawk?
He killed 100 cats.
Oh my God. It's that hawk. We finally ran it off and you bring it back to us in a fucking box?
Just oven mitts holding a hawk, walking into a bunch of cats.
All the cats.
A paper bag on its head.
But tiny, to like
Right,
got
yeah,
the head,
absolutely.
dog's head
A
size.
little French fry bag or something. little bit.
It's not a bag. It's a cardboard fry container.
Okay.
Have to see this. And I'm like, well, I'll see you.
But it's like in and out because it's California.
Exactly.
Sorry.
The janitor, he says, no, it has talons. I don't have anything to protect me. And I was like, this is true.
And you were like,
So
pussy.
I looked up animal control, and we have one phone number for animal control that
She said, did she say I had a lot of stuffed animals as a girl? I got to run
yeah,
that
roll
back.
it back. I don't know.
Quiet you.
protect me. And I was like, this is true. So I look up animal control, and we have one phone number for animal control that goes to like big.
I missed it.
Animals. My coworker is all like, no, he has to see this. And I'm like, well, I'll see if the janitor wants to do it. So I talked to the janitor, and he says, no, it has talons. I don't have anything to protect me. And I was like, this is true. So I look up animal control, and we have one phone number for animal
I guess I
control that goes
made
to
that
like
up.
big different animal controls. And they had told me East Valley, because that apparently controls where I am.
Oh shit,
So I
man!
called
You wanted animal
Valley.
control? You called animal
And East
controls.
Valley was
I
like,
got
okay,
I got RF
get
feed.
what
You
you're
could
saying. No, you don't have to.
you can put a knob on a hawk.
This is pussy control. You call someone
You
very
call
different.
Prince.
You call
this is
Prince.
the grave of Prince. What you need? I sound like this now.
Oh, the ants told me about you. You that girl. The pussy that fed 1,000 ants. Girl, they tell stories about you. You and their fables. Not many bitches can say they've slivered up an ant fable.
Oh.
That was the end of the call.
Oh, so
I cut her off. I think this story continues. All right, yeah, it does. So anyway, the East Valley guy says,
Anyway, so the East Valley guy says, yeah, you don't have to pick him up, and it's talents you have to worry about. I'm sorry about the road, guys. I'm driving. That was not what the East Valley said. That's what I'm saying to you guys. Anyway, so he says, but the problem is you've called the wrong place. You have to call West Valley.
meanwhile, her boss is like, are you going to work today?
the bodies are piling up. They're starting to smell.
Do I need to?
The hog.
It's 4:00. You've been at this since like 10.
There's going to be one more dead body if you don't get your ass in here.
There's a funeral right now with empty caskets.
Can you imagine like being in Bobber? You procrastinate. You're constantly putting off.
You hurry up
embalming.
at the last minute.
You try and act like the body's like your guest and sort of sneak it into the casket.
I don't remember her having that bubble on her arm when she died. Oh, it's just a little extra embalming fluid. I got in a hurry, you see. All right, Michelle continues.
But he said he'd give me a direct number. So, okay, I called that direct number. That phone just rang and rang. Rang and rang. Never, ever, 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 ever did anybody pick up.
That's what happens when you try to call our animal control. No one ever answers the phone. Just facts.
That is true.
So I called back the first number, but selected East Valley instead. I talked to a receptionist, I assume. And then she gave me to an officer, and the officer was all like, okay, but do you have a picture of him? And I said, yes, but we're not going to put him in a box for you. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I already asked, and nobody's willing to do it.
The Google transcription, asterisked out asshole.
Oh,
A star, 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 star.
thank you, Google.
And he said,
For the
I
picture.
mean, I guess I could have
The ASCII picture.
Of 6 assholes.
done a but I got scared when Craig said not to do it. So
Gotta
anyway,
listen to Craig.
So they're like,
Yeah.
don't worry, we don't want you to do that. And I'll give you a number. I'll stay on the line with you. I just need to see the bird. Okay. So we see the bird, and he sends out an officer within the hour. And then the officer finally gets there, comes to collect Dave, the hawk, which I wasn't sure it was a hawk or a falcon. But then he comes, and he's got his gloves, the officer, and he's got a box that looks like the ones that the ASPCA gives you if you have taking a cat to a vet, just like a cardboard box with holes in it. And I'm not really sure what I was expecting. And then a towel. And it just hits the bird with the towel. And then the bird doesn't do anything. So then he just takes it up and put it in the box like nothing. Like, okay, we're good. Let's go. So I was all like, well, all right. But he says that he's going to take the bird to the vet, and then they'll probably send him to rehab because Dave's an alcoholic. Bad dad joke, I know. But I had to. Anyway, and then he'll be set free. And that is the story of Dave, who is a hawk, I asked. He's too big to be a falcon. And that is the difference I know between hawks and falcons is hawks are bigger. The end! It ended happily ever after. Hooray! Don't worry, this wasn't like my cat story that I ended a million years later. Okay, bye.
The moral of the story is trust the police. They definitely did that.
Especially the police in LA.
In L.A., Rodney King.
ACAT. All cops are heroes. You know, if that happened in Western Kentucky, you know what would have happened?
Hey, man, there's a hawk. Yeah.
Bang.
Bam!
I see a hawk. I see a hawk every day.
Lucky.
I saw a hawk
Yeah,
sitting
I'm
on the
bragging.
tree
Sorry.
outside my porch
Right.
that time.
You didn't freak out.
I believed it to be a vision.
Yeah. Right.
I think I was being told something important. I still haven't figured out what it is, but it was a really cool hawk.
He's probably trying to tell you something about your roof.
Probably. I mean, them eaves are looking a little rough. I was flying around up there. Should call Integrity Roofing.
Let's drop the number.
Fuck that. They can look it up. No free pub. No free pub.
Today's episode brought to you by Integrity Roofing.
No free
Voted
pub.
number one by Hawks. Paducah.
Hawk.
Snatch the
Random
deals
hawk.
in your talons.
Dave the Hawk.
I forgot to tell you, and I forgot if I already mentioned this before. This has nothing to do with Dave.
But we don't know if it was a hawk or falcon.
I thought this whole time in your tabletop game you were saying urban cop. And I thought this was some strange TV show that I didn't know anything about. And that the frog was just urban frog after the cop. I didn't know and had to figure it out because I tried Googling it and there's nothing. And then I went on to you guys' link in the show notes and I was all like, oh, urban cop, not urban cop.
Urban cop.
Cop? Urban cop?
Or urban cock. I'm not sure.
Cock.
Urban cock.
I just now realized what she was referring to. Like, urban what? Cop? No, we didn't say anything about urban cops.
Urban cock. I like
Urban
Tyler's
cock.
suggestion. New Steam name. Fuck that. New Reddit name.
Urban cop. Urban Cobb.
Frog.
Okay, that makes sense. Also, when you guys do that
You said urban
noise, or
urban
like,
frog?
Urban frog.
Urban frog?
like a power-up or something, I told Abby she saw a GIF, or I sent her a GIF of this thing about, one person is laughing because they're like, my family or me making fun of my family when they're making homophobic jokes. And then there's a girl in the background with a gun, and she's all like, and my friend's going into mom mode. And I was like, that's me. I go into mom mode. And when I go into mom mode, it's like a power-up, and it makes that noise. So I just thought I'd let you know. Okay, bye.
Oh, Kenny's rage.
Mom mode. Activated.
Next caller His beloved Adam.
What's up, Tadpog? It is your beloved Adam.
Hello.
It is July 22nd, and I hate to be a bummer, obviously, but my dog passed away today.
Oh,
That sucks.
She was 14 years old.
Goodness.
She was a chocolate lab.
Goodest girl.
I got her
a good
the
run for a
day
lab.
that I graduated from seminary, and gave her first and second rounds of shots as a baby dog. The puppy is what they call that. And
I like baby dog.
Not in all states.
I like baby dog. Baby dog better than puppy.
she went with me to North Carolina.
Uh-oh. Calls.
So many major events, and I came home today early from a lake trip with
Someone's attacking the AT&T tower.
it's not buffering.
So many major
Okay,
events,
yeah.
and
We just missed a lot.
I came home today early from a lake trip with my wife's family to take her to the vet. We had a house sitter watching her, and she said things weren't looking good. And so,
Gracious.
feels kind of fitting that her and I journeyed out together and by ourselves, and we ended the journey by ourselves. And so I took her home and dig a spot in the backyard and put her in the backyard, because I feel like that was the right thing to do. And I know not everybody is a pet person, but I know that you boys love your pets and love them well. And I tried to call you guys when I first left the vet, but I just couldn't do it. And so just calling to share with you guys, and that way when I hear this message in 5.5 months,
Not too
I'll
far off.
maybe reflect on a couple memories of Eve
Oh, Eve.
when I hear it, and it'll bring a smile to my face and maybe a tear to my eye. But a funny story about Eve. She was the runt of the litter, and I was helping the family who had the litter. They went out of town, and I was helping them, and I fell in love with this little puppy with a green string around her neck, and she was always fighting to get into the mother's nipple to get the milk. And I remember pulling dogs away so that she could get in there. And when they came back, I told them that I had to have her. And that's and then 14 years later, story of Adam and Eve, at least my Adam and Eve. But that's one.
We lost him at that point. Let's have, I think there's a follow-up
Okay.
real quick. Yeah, hang on. There's more.
I just got,
Well,
while you're doing this, it's like, I'm going to pull up Adam and say, hey, we just got to this call. Pulled up my last message to Adam on Instagram, which was him saying, hey, I just called about my dog.
Oh, no.
So I get to respond with, hey, just heard this call.
Yeah. Well, let's finish the call.
Well, obviously I exceeded the 3-minute limit and got carried away talking about dog stories.
That's
but I
all
figured
right.
I'd call back because I did want the reason why I called to share this type of news with you guys is because I feel connected to you guys. I feel family, and you share with us, share with. So I just wanted to let you guys know that as soon as I left, honest to goodness, you two guys and Ian, I forget Ian that you're there a lot. I'm sorry, I don't mean anything by that. I just, when I think of
No worries.
Tadpog, I think of Tyler and Dave. I'm wasting my 3 minutes again. Ian, I love you.
Just for
but I thought it-
just for the facts, I don't know, but I think I had just started hosting regularly right around this time.
2022.
Just 2022, July of 2022, I know is when I started, right? Being a perma host, or was it 2019?
When did we
or
do
2021 rather?
I think it was right around Little Nicky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years that I've been coming every week. So it's okay. Don't worry about it, Adam. Not about me.
thought of you guys immediately. My wife already knew that the dog was getting put down, but when I got in the car, you guys are the first people that I thought to call. Obviously didn't make it that call because I couldn't handle it, but I just wanted to tell you guys that you are part of just my life and my journey, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. And I love you guys so much, and the next time I call, I promise I'll be more cheery and be more the beloved Adam that you know, but sometimes life hands you an L, and you just, bring it to your friends, and you handle it, So I love you guys so much. Hope you're doing well. Hug and kiss your pets a little bit more today, and especially your kids. And I love you guys. All right. See you. Dooters.
We love you too, Adam.
Love you too. Sorry about your dog. That's a sad story.
sad.
Humbled and appreciative that you would reach out to us in that moment. So we absolutely understand, appreciate you, love you, and send everything out to you.
I remember when Ein died. I remember how that felt. I remember feeling when we're driving him to the vet to have the procedure done, for him to take the long sleep, and picking up an ice cream cone for him to eat.
Get a pup cup.
On the way, and yep, I remember how that feels. Not good.
It's very sad. It's very sad. And I know it's been, almost 2 years since you called about this, but you know how we work. So thanks for understanding that we couldn't get to this sooner. But once again, we're just sorry about your dog, and maybe you'll cross that bridge and find another dog soon that can bring you some joy again in that way, because I know what that means.
When we got back from all the pet talk, reminded me, when we got back from New Orleans, Berlioz, he had the house to himself because we took Clementine to the kennel because she can't be alone for days on end, but he can. And he has been like attached to my ankle since we got back.
Goodness.
I mean, it's like
he had a real worry. He's like,
he was worried because when we got there and I started calling him, like just from somewhere in the house, it was from behind the couch. We didn't know at the time. We hear this like, I mean, like this real, like pathetic.
Are you real?
Yeah.
It was like I was in the dumpster again, Father.
I know. I was worried about him because we normally will leave the toilet seat up in case, because he plays with water, and sometimes he spills his water dish. But we set up a water dish in the bathtub and propped the bathroom door open, so that because sometimes he shuts the bathroom door on himself, and we didn't want that to happen and him get stuck in there for a few days. But yeah, I was worried because I was like, fuck, he's going to knock over both of those water dishes and he's not going to have anything to drink. And we didn't leave the toilet seat up. He was fine. He was fine.
Good.
And probably very glad to see you. Apparently, very glad to see you.
Yeah, glad and upset at the same time.
Yeah, mad at you, but also extremely glad to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw there is on TikTok the Black Cat Owner Organization.
Yeah.
So they have like pins and everything for.
I'm going to have to look into that. I love that cat, man. I love that cat. Yeah. He's a great cat.
I don't know who this next call is from. Let's find out.
What the fucking TADPOG? Is this TADPOG? Tyler and Dave play old games?
Yes, it is.
The
It is.
voicemail system is a little bit different. They wanted me to state my name before I left a voicemail.
Do we have announce turned
That
on?
really threw me off.
I don't know.
Shit, you
We
guys
should
were
look at
talking
that.
about. I'm in the deep backlog. You guys were talking about like fast food drinks, talking about alcoholic Baja Blast. Shit, where was I going with this? So what do you guys do for mixers when you go to fast food restaurants, fast food places? Like, so if I go to T-Bell, if I go to Taco Bell, I'm getting a Baja Blast. You know what I'm doing with that? That's a mixer. I'm putting some vodka in that bitch. Nicole Nance was talking about when she goes out, she gets Dr. Pepper. My girl, I love her. She's my favorite. I agree with her so much. Dr. Pepper, you get a Dr. Pepper, there's a little fireball on that. It's a mixer, you know? That's all soda is. So what do you guys do for mixers for soda? You know, maybe now, maybe in your younger days, whatever. Let me know. This is Aaron. I don't know. Did I answer this? You know who I'm so thrown off by this new system. All right.
Of course.
Love you guys. Bye.
It's Aaron.
Oh yeah, Aaron. Hey.
It reminds me of Always Sunny when they're like, people just drank the mixer. They just drank orange juice.
I like cola. A Jack and Coke, a rum and Coke. I know that's pretty basic, but I mean,
The only mixed drink I ever have liked at all was this rum and pineapple juice drink that Tanya makes.
Hell yes.
hell yes.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Hell
Pineapple
yes.
juice is the way.
Pineapple juice rules.
It's a little orange juice, a lot of pineapple juice, a lot of rum, a lot of ice. Really good refresher on a summer day. Get you real fucked up.
Melissa and I, our drink of choice for a minute has still been pineapple juice, amaretto, and rum. Pineapple and coconut rum.
They say pineapple juice makes your cum taste better, but
But I still,
I haven't been able to-
I still don't like it.
I haven't been able to mix in enough to make it taste any better yet.
Tyler, I've seen you drink some fucked up shit in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And eat a lot of expired food as well.
yeah. I'm the weird fat kid who takes dares. Here, eat this for $1. Okay.
Except literally we were like, don't eat that.
You probably
So-
shouldn't eat those. I made a promise.
So don't put that evil on us.
Lawful good paladin, I made a promise.
So just a little
St. Cuthbert's grace.
Cuthbert. Just
No. Indeed is the demigods. It says exclusively Cuthbert. It gives the pronunciation. So for that one, I'm right.
But we have to check the audiobook version of Deities and Demigods. Plus, that's an old edition.
That's true. It's very old. They might have updated it.
the only revision in the revised edition is the pronunciation of Cuthbert.
Cuthbert, pronounced Boba Fett.
So a little over 2 hours after that call, Aaron calls back.
Motherfucking TADPOG. What up? It's Aaron. I just listened to the episode about the fucking raisins that sing. What are they called?
California
I'm drunk.
raisins.
I just called it earlier. But
Plums.
Lord Mike of Purdue did a fast would you rather, so I'm trying to respond to him real quick.
Well,
So I'm
that's
going to
a
do
deep
them
cut.
right now. All right.
Yeah, it
So
is.
here's my choices: 3 fat men with bad breath, snort half a shaker of pepper, eat a live moth with the size of a tomato of worm. Fuck. Eat a live moth with the size of a tomato worm and a wingspan of 4 inches.
Eat a my
Dive
off.
half naked, dive naked head first into a pool of tobacco spit, press your tongue into a stranger's nostril, thoroughly lick his armpit, drill a small hole in your own forehead, let someone pee in your mouth and swallow it, spend your life out to dinner with your closest friends. That's the most wholesome one. Everybody, including you, has to pick up poop barehanded after their dog poops. Hang upside down for 8 hours. Have a fat nasty butt. Eat a shot glass full of live wasps. Live an honest life from then on, and then deal with the guilt after committing a horrible crime. Have every nail ripped off. Show up noticeably drunk on national television. French kiss dog. Spend a month in jail for a crime that you did not commit. Drink a shot of yak spit, and then wake up as a man to find out that you have grown D cup breasts. I love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, but I didn't
Thank you, Aaron.
know what any of those were.
I
What
can
were we
read
supposed to
it.
do?
I
They
can
were-
read it.
Okay.
What the transcript
Yeah,
says.
yeah, please. I'm going to play.
I'm drunk. I just called here earlier. But Lord Mike of Purdue today. Fast would you rather? So I'm going to do them right now. All right. So here's my choices. So a lot of choices. Usually a would you rather is one or the other.
But is that what this is? It's just nonstop? Is it like this or
Nonstop
this,
would you
this or
rathers.
this?
No, it's not an ors.
It's all
It's just all
pick
one
one of
list
those things?
Pick something out of this long ass list.
Oh,
of
I don't want
things.
to play that one.
Okay.
I thought maybe it was just like a list of sets. But if it's all just one big long list, we pick one from.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could
I heard
break
something
them
about,
up into sets, but I don't want to do that.
I heard something about armpits. That one, I guess.
Stick your tongue up a stranger's nostril or lick an armpit.
Does it specify anything about the armpit?
No.
Yeah. that
Well,
one-
I
the
can't
armpit
read
one.
it. I can't read it in the,
Right, in the transcript.
It's a terrible transcript. So
Because I heard pick up poop with your bare hands. I'm not doing that. I'm not sticking my tongue up a stranger's nostril.
eat a moth.
If I knew knew the person might be different.
Eat a moth the size of a potato.
Yuck.
Who the fuck would pick that
got
over any? I'd rather do the month in jail for a crime I didn't commit than eat a moth the size of a potato.
Have you been
Girl,
to jail?
same.
Huh?
Have you been to jail?
Have you ever eaten a moth the
Depends on
size of a
the
potato?
jail.
But I've
No.
been to jail. I think I'd eat the moth.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
A moth.
Especially that weird ass crackhead I was in there with. I'd eat
But
the
you're
moth.
like a man now. You were a boy then.
I was but a boy with a crackhead.
Yeah. I think you might be able to like handle it now. You know what I mean? But that was you were essentially part of a scared
If we're in
straight program.
county. Yeah.
Eat a shot glass full of wasps.
Nope.
I don't understand these. These are
Nope.
all bad.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I get the would you rather concept, but it's like this is all like there's no good answer here, except maybe the armpit thing.
yeah, depending on whose armpit it is, that could
Yeah.
be great.
I mean, if this is like Tanya's armpit, I'm like, yeah, I'll lick her armpit. I don't give a fuck. Sure.
Is it Wednesday? Yeah, I know what time it is.
On Wednesdays we wear pink, if you know what I mean. No, we don't. Okay, next
Get
call.
that armpit clit.
The arm clit.
And a big,
Get my arm clit.
and a big
Mom,
stack of
stick it up.
oatmeal cream pies cured up like the Twin Towers.
He sounded like Garth.
Okay, we got time for one more call,
Okay.
and then we're closing it out.
All right.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hey, Tadpog.
Hey.
Hey,
It's your really sad boy, Brew Pounder.
hi, Brew Pounder.
Hope everything's going well.
Please, God.
I don't really have much to add or talk about today, but
No, please,
my
no.
best friend and my heterosexual life mate left work, and you'll be moving across country. And I just wanted to say he's the one that introduced me to you guys and got me on your podcast, and wanted to say thanks to him. And someday in 2029, you know, when it's Ian and Tyler's kids running the podcast, they'll listen to this, and I'll have no idea who any of us are, but just wanted to say thanks to the guy, to Anonymous Aaron, who
My legacy is going to be the new host of TADPOG. The newest host of TADPOG. That's it. I don't have any money, but you can take over co-hosting TADPOG.
It's time for Copog. Ken and Henry and Ian play old games.
I'm going to still be here. Well, I'm 85 years old.
Henry's got his own thing. I don't think he wants a slice of this pie, you know? Like he's got his own
Talk
thing.
about planes.
All right, well, I'm gonna,
Gorilla Tag. Gorilla Tag's his YouTube thing now.
we got another minute. Hold on.
introduced me to Tadpog. That's about it. I don't have any questions or any side stories, but love you guys all, and thanks, Aaron. I miss you, buddy. Love you, bye.
Oh, Aaron. Okay. Aaron who just called.
Well, that was sad.
Yeah.
His friend's moving away. His friend Aaron is moving away. And now
You'll always have us.
you still have us. We bridge the gap.
And that hawk outside of Michelle's workplace.
yeah,
you
here
got-
he's
still
still
there.
fine.
Dave.
He's still around.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So says the cop.
The urban cop.
We're gonna take him to the vet.
You're waking a lot, officer.
He'll get some rehab, if you know what I mean. Okay, I think that's probably
Good.
enough.
Okay.
Coming up on that time, so let's wrap it.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not SoundCloud, Spotify, not Stitcher. It's all over the goddamn place. We have all sorts of shit going on. I mean, it's
so
it's
much,
copious.
so much goddamn fucking shit.
So
dude.
much goddamn shit.
Fuck, it's so much.
A cornucopia of shit. What is it that El Guapo says?
Plethora.
Plethora.
Did you say it's a
Would you say we have a plethora? See, we have a plethora.
But
Of
most
mages?
importantly, is that Patreon. As Dave would say after getting back from New Orleans.
Patreon.
Patreon. We do have a Patreon. And it's at patreon.com/TADPOG or pisstasters.com.
Taste the piss.
Taste it up.
Schlup, schlup, schlup. And go crocodile mile on your
Yum.
taste buds with that piss.
Crocodile mile of piss. Mr. Bucket full of piss.
Okay.
Mr. Bucket. Piss
Buckets
coming
of
out of my
piss.
mouth.
Put your piss in my mouth.
We need to recut that commercial.
Just the word, one of us saying piss.
and the other of us wearing nothing but a shirt, chasing around a Mr. Bucket.
Come here, my piss in you.
At the Patreon site, you can give us money. And if you do that to the tune of $1 or more, you'll have access to the content that we have out there. It's a bunch of stuff. A lot of tabletops, some really gross stuff, some sexy stuff. Sexy stuff.
A little bit
all
of
that
gross, sexy
thick,
stuff.
sexy stuff. Some gross sex stuff.
You already said sexy.
Sexy. Just sex.
But yes, gross sex stuff is primarily it's tabletop gaming and gross sex stuff. If you like that Venn diagram, join her Patreon.
Most do, I found. That's a circle.
Say what? So, to that end, I do have a list of executive producers. These are the fine folks that donate $20 or more to the show every month.
Damn.
And damn is right, Dave. Damn.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm going to read that list of people now, starting with Usurper Grimm, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Louisville Correspondent, Princess, Consuela, Banana, Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Doll, Congratulations on Your Marriage, Pinball, Airplane, Archmage, Chris Edler, we're sorry you couldn't be on this episode.
Get my son a job one day.
Sandwich.
Nice.
Yes.
See, those connections.
It's not what you know. It's who you know. Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Derek Pope Sandwich, and just because I want to say it again, Usurper Grimm. Thank you all so much for your donations.
Thank you.
That's not just exclusive to our executive producers. Our thanks go out to all of you who donate money to the show, and
Or
all of you who listen to the show or get a chuckle out of it and like to hear us drone on about things that are uninteresting to most people.
Or your understanding that we didn't do Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, that alone is worth its weight in gold.
I'm sure everybody's
But
pretty
still
okay
give us
with
money
this.
if you can.
But gold is also nice.
The gold is better. It's worth its weight in better gold. Better money, good, gold, better. That's my AI. That's my tags that I'm going to put into the AI, keywords.
Mine are going to be solo, male masturbation.
Sexy sex. And Dane, thank you for the service you provide every week by putting our show up on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
It was hearty.
That's what I got.
Okay.
That's all I got.
And thank you, Chris, for helping me fix my stream.
Yeah, dude.
Much appreciated. Big dick, just the biggest goddamn
Big
dick on
dick
that
energy.
guy who bakes pies, Chris Vaughn.
Feel the
Creams
heat.
too.
I can
Yeah.
feel the heat all the way in our part of the country from his part of the country, and I know where he lives, and that's a long goddamn way off. So that's
It's
how
also very hot.
That's how hot he is.
Can you crow what the Rock is cooking?
Move Sycamore Drive. Shit.
Track.
Hey guys, want to
link
close it out?
to notes show.
Like goats.
Like goats.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So until next time. Capricorn. Jim Brewer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember Tadpog
It's back.
in Pog form. Tadpog is hosted and produced by Tyler Holland, Dave Moore, and Ian Chandler, and is available wherever fine podcasts are hosted. Have a question or comment for the hosts? Call us at 270-883-2555 and leave us a voicemail. We'll even play it on the show and respond eventually. Want to send us something? You can do that at Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. Sick of us doing all the talking? You can join in on the conversation by visiting our Discord at bit.ly/tadpogdiscord or tastethepiss.com. Not many things are truly free these days, but our Discord is, and we'd love to see you there. Our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive, and a link to that track can be found at the show notes at tadpog.com. Thanks for listening, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our show on your favorite podcasting platform. We really appreciate it. All right, I can see myself. I can hear myself.
What about me?
I got me some Tyler on the mics.
Can you hear me?
I can
It's
hear.
your friend Dave.
Well, hi, Dave. I can hear you just fine, and let's do the show now.
Believe it!